Jackson wears baseball and football, and you did football.
Leading off, the American League's top vote-getter of 1989, Bo Jackson.
Bo knows football. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows how to keep a legacy in sports going. Bo Jackson is not just any athlete. He's a phenomenon, a spectacle of human capability that almost sounds like something out of a comic book. Sure, he might not have a Hall of Fame plaque to his name, but let's be real, his legacy goes beyond that. Born in 1962 in Birmingham, Alabama, Bo was a prodigy from the get-go. The guy was good at everything, and I mean everything. Even as a high schooler, he caught the eyes of pro scouts. In his senior year, he set a record by rushing for 1,175 yards in football, a record that's still standing at the school. But Bo wasn't just a one-trick pony. He was also a standout baseball player. There's a story that during a batting practice session at McAdory, a scout from the New York Yankees came to watch him. Bo hit the ball so hard, he literally brought the netting in the batting cage crashing down.
The dude hit 32 homers and was an all-star for the Royals, and he was a Pro Bowl running back.
After that, the Yankees wanted to draft him in 1982, but he chose to go to Auburn University on a football scholarship instead. The decision to go to Auburn itself had some drama, partly influenced by a not-so-great interaction with Alabama's famous head coach, Paul Bear Bryant. Once he got to Auburn, though, Bo wasted no time showing his stuff on the football field. He racked up an impressive 829 yards in his freshman year, which is pretty remarkable for any first-year player. Now, football was one thing, but Bo also wanted to play baseball at Auburn, even though he didn't have a scholarship for it. And sure, baseball numbers weren't as flashy as his football stats, but they were still good. By his junior year, he had a .401 batting average and an .864 slugging percentage. Those aren't numbers to scoff at. Then came 1985, a year that would be a high point for any college athlete. Bo won the Heisman Trophy, the biggest individual honor in college football. Naturally, he was the hot ticket item for the NFL draft the following year, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers snatched him up as their first pick. But things went south quickly due to a recruitment-related NCAA violation that forced Bo to leave Auburn's baseball team. Feeling burned, Bo decided to give the Bucs a hard pass and shift his focus to baseball. In the 1986 MLB draft, the Kansas City Royals picked him up in the 4th round. They offered him a 3-year contract worth $1 million, and Bo got to work. After a brief stint in the minors, just 53 games, he was called up to the majors. His first full season in 1987 had its ups and downs. While he knocked out 22 home runs, his .235 batting average and high strikeout count raised a few eyebrows. In 1987, Bo Jackson got another shot at pro football when the Los Angeles Raiders drafted him in the 7th round. What caught his eye was the pitch from Raiders owner Al Davis, who offered Bo the chance to play both pro football and baseball.
Still, the fastest 40 ever recorded in combine history.
That was an offer Bo couldn't refuse. Even though he only played in 7 games during his rookie NFL season, Bo made every snap count. He ran for 554 yards, had 136 receiving yards, and scored 6 touchdowns. Not to mention, he had a jaw-dropping 91-yard touchdown run. Had he played a full 16-game season, there's little doubt he would have smashed the 1,000-yard rushing barrier. 1989 turned out to be a monumental year for Bo in both sports. In football, he almost reached the 1,000-yard rushing mark and got selected for his only Pro Bowl. Over in baseball, he also killed it with the Royals. He played in 135 games, hit 32 home runs, and drove in 105 runs. He made the All-Star team and was even named the game's MVP. And let's not forget about his .967 fielding percentage. The guy was a force in the outfield as well. But then, as we know, disaster struck. During the 1990 NFL playoffs, Bo suffered a severe hip injury that pretty much put an end to his time as a two-sport star. The Royals released him, and although he did play a bit for the Chicago White Sox and the California Angels, he never really returned to his pre-injury form. Now, while Jackson's injury put an abrupt pause on his football career, the guy was too relentless to completely fade away from sports. He managed to stage a comeback in baseball, signing with the Chicago White Sox. Though he was sidelined for the entire 1992 season due to a hip replacement, the fact that he returned to professional sports at all is a testament to his determination and grit. Sure, Jackson never carried for 1,000 yards in the NFL and only played 4 seasons with the Raiders. His career OBP in baseball was .309, although showing a lot of power. He didn't have a particularly successful career in either sport. But the thing is, Jackson was an outstanding athlete, probably the greatest athlete to ever live, and if it hadn't been for his injuries, he might have gone on to bigger and better things. Even Bo knows this. And the truth is, the way athletes are conditioned and trained now, the likelihood of seeing another Bo Jackson, a star in 2 major professional sports leagues, is slim to none. Teams are way too protective of their investments to let their athletes split time between sports. Plus, the specialized nature of training today would make it nearly impossible to excel the way Bo did in both baseball and football. Even though Bo Jackson hasn't played professionally for over 2 decades, the honors and recognition keep rolling in, adding extra layers to his already impressive legacy. In 1992, Auburn retired his number 34 jersey, a fitting tribute to one of their most legendary athletes. Then, in 2007, ESPN ranked him as the 8th best player in college football history. He's even been inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. But don't think for a second that all this acclaim has gone to Bo's head. That's just not who he is. In his own words, when people tell me I could be the best athlete there is, I just let it go in one ear and out the other. There's always somebody out there that is better than you are. It's this combination of humility and talent that has turned Bo into such an enduring and beloved figure in the world of sports. But the Bo Jackson phenomenon isn't just about sports accolades and honors. His brand has transcended that. Remember the Bo Knows commercials? They're a cultural touchstone. And let's not forget the video games, Bo Jackson Baseball and Bo Jackson's Hit and Run, which brought his sports prowess to living rooms around the country. So, when you think of Bo Jackson, think beyond the stats and the awards. Think of a man defined by his virtues and morals both on and off the field. Think of an athlete whose incredible abilities were matched only by his humility and work ethic. Then, just take a moment to wonder, what more could Bo have accomplished? As we reflect on his unique and astonishing career, the question isn't just what Bo knew, but rather, what could Bo have known? And that's what makes this story so intriguing, even years after he's left the playing field.